There, it away. Shot!
Now batting number 11, Brindley Adler.
And welcome to Russellville High School, where we get you off to a shotgun start. Well, from a radio perspective, a shotgun start. But, well, here from Russellville, we've been underway for the first three batters of the District 13 softball championship game being played today between Franklin Simpson and Logan County. I'm Tyler Eaton, filling in today for Cody Schuler as the Lady Cats make their way to the championship game for the first time since 2019. They've already punched their ticket to the region tournament, as have these Logan County Cougars, who got there just a few minutes ago by knocking off Russellville in the opening round for them of this 13th district tournament. Franklin Simpson got their game in Monday against Todd County Central to punch their ticket to this championship game. And as we bring you into the action, we're in the top of the first inning still, so you haven't missed much. Franklin Simpson have retired the first two batters they saw. Brindley Adler came up in the 3 spot. She singled. She stands at first base with 2 strikes and 2 away as Maddie Burgess, the catcher for Logan County, pops one up into shallow right field. It's caught, and the top of the first has come to a close, which gives us a pretty natural way to catch you up to speed on what's going on to get us to this point. So, again, Franklin Simpson, Logan County facing off in this 13th District Championship game. The Lady Cats winning 4-3 Monday against Todd County Central to make it here. We knew it was going to be Logan County or Russellville, and again, we didn't know until we got here who it was going to be facing off against Franklin Simpson in this championship game. The Lady Cats are playing their best softball of the season. They've won 4 straight since coming off of a 5-game losing streak as they enter this championship game, and they face a Logan County team that has become known for running this district. They've won 4 out of the last 5 district championships since Franklin Simpson won their last 13th district title back in 2018. That was the second for the Lady Cats under head coach Todd Cottle in his 9th year with Franklin Simpson. Won his first 2 district championships back-to-back after taking over the team in 2017. It's a full circle moment for me because the first year that I did Franklin Simpson broadcasts was 2018, and I got to follow along with that team that went on to win the district championship in 18. And now here we are at Russellville High School 7 years later as the Lady Cats are competing for a district title again against Logan County. Franklin Simpson enters at 15-18 overall in the season. Logan County now up to 10-18 on the year. And starting things off for Franklin Simpson as we get set to start the bottom half of this first inning will be the pitcher, Allie Utley. Ava Holland, Khloe Smith will follow her in the order. Utley gave up 1 hit in that first inning, struck out the first batter that she saw, got a ground out, a fly out, retired him every way that you can to start this ball game. And now she'll lead things off for the Lady Cats against the star pitcher on the other side for Logan County, Addison Cardish. She's top 50 in the state in strikeouts this season. Allie Utley drops a bunt to start this ball game. The throw over to first is not handled as low and off the glove of Henson, and Utley reaches to start the ball game. We'll be friendly, at least in our scorebook, and give her a single. And if you've been around this Franklin Simpson softball team, you know that's exactly what Allie does, batting .500 on the season. And now she stands over at first for Ava Holland. Ava, a sophomore, hitting .303 on the year. She squares to bunt, pulls it back, and again, to no surprise, moving from first and sliding in safely at second is Utley. Not just does she hit it so well when she gets on the base pad, she is as dangerous as it gets. She is top 20 in the state in stolen bases. That one, number 33 for her on this season. She now stands in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and Holland holding a 1-0 count. Second pitch misses as well. And I think the last thing you want to do if you're Logan County is put another runner on base here with Khloe Smith standing on deck as Franklin Simpson 10-3. Is that the final, Coach Clark? Final. So if you've been keeping up with the baseball team playing over at Warren Central, the Wildcats. They've also punched their ticket to the region tournament and the district championship, which will happen here in about 30 minutes over at Warren Central. 10-3 the final. They win their matchup. They'll advance to the championship game. So if you're headed over there, we hope you'll join us at least until then, or listen as you're in the ballpark. As the 3-0 pitch comes in, it's a called strike one to Holland. So she's got a 3-1 count with Utley still bouncing over at second base and Khloe Smith on deck. Cardis in the circle, a 3.38 ERA on the season, 7-10 on the year as the 3-1 is fired in for a called strike two. She struck out 9 batters in the first game Logan County played against Franklin Simpson, 8 in the second. These two teams split the regular season series as the 3-2 is grounded back up the middle. Cardis gets the glove on it, is able to make the throw over to first in time, but Utley advanced over to third for Khloe Smith.
Good swing on it. Good swing.
And now the question we ask every time Khloe Smith comes up to at bat, will they pitch to her?
Come on, Khloe.
Khloe hitting .466 on the year, 40 RBI, just ahead of Lily Ferguson for the team lead as Lily stands on deck. Called strike one into Khloe Smith, so Cardis is going to take her on here. Khloe homered in the first game between these two teams, a 6-5 Franklin Simpson win. Makes a big swing at the second pitch and now finds herself down 0-2. Not just did she hit that home run in that first game, from that point she was walked 3 times. And to the surprise of no one, she's top 30 in the state in walks. She's drawn 22 this year. For it between the two games against Logan County, here has an 0-2 count. Drills one foul near the Franklin Simpson dugout. I think everyone okay. As the count remains 0-2. Khloe 6 home runs off on the year. That's 1 off of Ferguson's team lead of 7. Although has had 15 less at bats because of all those walks. Has an 0-2 with Utley over at third. And a scoreless ball game early on from Russellville in the district championship against Logan County. The 0-2 pitch. Drilled left side. Is it down? It is. It's fair. Franklin Simpson strikes first on the RBI from Smith, who's going to stretch it out to second for a stand-up double. And it's 1-0 Lady Cats.
Baby.
And now the call comes in late. They're going to overturn this at the last second. They let that go all the way until Khloe was standing at second. She got her full celebration in. And now they're going to rule it foul 5 seconds after the fact. And Smith's going to go back into the batter's box with an 0-2 count, and Utley has to return to third. This pitch dribble foul and the at-bat continues. I'm going to leave my double in the scorebook, and hopefully Khloe makes it to where I don't have to mark out my pen. Nothing worse than a dirty scorebook, because here the 0-2 drilled to the same spot. That one does drift foul. That time jumped ahead of the pitch from Cardis.
Go, nice smooth swing, kid.
Here comes the 0-2 again. This one fouled off the left side. It's hanging up, and it's going to drift out of play. So Smith, if nothing else, she's making Cardis work, and every single one of these foul balls has been pulled to the left side, so she's jumped ahead on her speed-wise.
Go, baby, you got it.
All of this with Ferguson standing on deck, still one away. Utley at third here in a scoreless first inning so far. Smith trying to change it. 0-2 again. Chipped back and foul.
She's got to mess up in a second.
Khloe hitting .466. She's only struck out 5 times this season.
Let's go. Smooth swing. Win it.
But she's got an 0-2 count here. Still battling against Cardis. Two of the best in the district. 0-2. This one hammered, but again fouled down the left side.
go. Keep fighting, babe. Let's go. Hey, you're on it, kid.
As you can tell through the microphone, we are down here in the trenches, just as Cody was on Monday amongst the Franklin Simpson faithful down on the first or the third baseline at Russellville. So you're pretty much going to be able to tell by the fan reactions immediately what happens in every at-bat. Here comes the 0-2 again. That one's in the dirt. Gets away. Utley won't test it. As Burgess back at catcher does a good job of smothering it quickly. And the count is now 1-2 to Smith.
She don't know what to throw. Let's go. Make it hurt.
One, two. Up high, lift off, and the count is evened up at 2 apiece.
Nobody better.
2-2, one away. Utley still over at third. Here's the pitch. Tell me if you've heard this before. Pulled foul down the left side. Khloe, 41 hits this season. She's driven in 40 runs on those hits. Here comes the 2-2 low, and the count has run full. What a battle.
Make it yours.
What makes this lineup so dangerous is you get through Smith, and then you have Ferguson waiting on deck anyway. Payoff. Drilled left side. Foul.
Go, babe.
And we'll try the payoff again. Here it comes. Hit hard. Left side and foul. This thing is run easily into double-digit pitches.
Let's go, babe. Stay here all day.
Cardis is going to have to find something special to put Smith away. As the count is still full, here comes the payoff once more. Tipped straight back.
Stay on it,
that one over the heart of the plate, and she just got under it. As Franklin Simpson looks to strike first in this district championship game. 3-2. Foul down the left side. Neither side is giving. Cardis has not changed her approach, and neither is Smith. She knows the at-bat stays alive as she fouls it off.
Nobody better, kid. Nobody better.
One side's going to have to give. Try it again. Cardis has her sign. Deals. And it's fouled off again. Cardis walks out of the circle shaking her head. She can't believe it. Smith every time has stepped out of the box, done the same routine, and stepped right back in.
Let's go, babe. Nobody better.
Both coaches just laughing about it at this point. But a huge at-bat early in this game. This one's flown left side. It needs a little juice. Does it have it? It does. Khloe Smith wins the battle. And after the double was taken off the board, make it a 2-run home run. And it's Franklin Simpson who strikes first. 2-0, the Lady Cats lead it here in the 13th District Championship game over Logan County. Khloe's 7th home run of the season.
What a great at bat.
Go, Lil.
Anybody know how many pitches there was?
You probably heard Coach Clark say it through the microphone. A great at bat from Khloe Smith. And no, I don't have the answer to how many pitches it was.
Go, Lil.
I ran out of hands after 10. And Franklin Simpson, on the scoreboard it says 1-0, but it's 2-0 Lady Cats.
Number 6.
As Lily Ferguson will step in for Franklin Simpson. Base is now empty, but her Lady Cats leading at 2-0. Ferguson, a .311 hitter on the season, the junior. 38 RBI. Now 4 behind Khloe Smith for the team lead out of her cleanup spot. First pitch to her from Cardis.
Good eye. Good eye, Lil. Good eye, Lil.
It's high and tight for ball one.
Sarah, you like not gonna find a fun.
Come on, Lily.
Go, Leo!
Time is called before the second pitch.
That first one was history.
And now Ferguson will stand back in. Now 14 home runs on the season for Franklin Simpson. Ferguson and Smith have all of them. 1-0 fouled off.
Lily!
1-1. Up high, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike to Ferguson.
Good hit, Lil. New life, new life, new
2-1
life.
flying into
Trouble.
center field and coming in, and at the last moment, making the catch is Callie Taylor. There are 3 different Taylors in this Logan County starting lineup that you'll meet along the way of this ball game. It's Callie that comes in to reel that one in center as Ferguson is retired for the second out of the inning. And that brings in Caitlin Woodall, the senior, hitting .279 on the season. 14 RBI. She scored 15 times. Struck out 12 times, but drawn 13 walks. Look at the first pitch for strike 1 from Carnes, who was trying to settle in after you got to imagine, your 15-pitch battle with Smith to start this ball game that ended in a 2-run home run that has Franklin Simpson leading it 2-0. One up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Logan County making their 9th straight appearance in the 13th District Championship game. One a called, strike 2, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Franklin Simpson only scored 3 runs in their loss at Logan County earlier this month. They've already put 2 on the board tonight. 1-2, grounded up the middle. It's followed short. Throw to first is going to be close. It's in time and just held on to by Henson. And the side is retired, but not before Smith strikes with a 2-run home run to put Franklin Simpson up 2-0 after 1. You are 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
So Macy Clinner does stand in, the designated player tonight for Logan County. Tips the first pitch straight back. Hitting .299 with a home run and 3 doubles on the year.
Good shot!
A called strike 2 on a breaking ball. Comes in, and the count is 0-2. To the 8th grader, Clinner. Here comes the pitch. Just outside, and we'll try it again. Utley struck out the first batter she saw in Callie Taylor. 2-0 record with a save on the season, making her 10th appearance as a pitcher. And the 1-2 is just tipped straight down. Clinton was seemingly headed over to first. Like it might have stayed in play, but it goes foul. And we'll try the 1-2 again. Utley has her pitch. Here it comes. This one's hit left side of the infield, fielded cleanly by Ferguson, who fires over to first in time. And quickly, we've got 2 down here in the top of the second.
Now batting, number 4, Addison Holloway.
So with 2 away, Addison Holloway stands in, a familiar name if you tuned in our Franklin Simpson basketball broadcast this year. Sophomore for the Lady Cougars on the basketball court and the softball field, hitting .238. First pitch of this at bat is fouled just over the Logan County dugout down the first baseline. Reese Wetton, another one of those basketball players standing on deck if Holloway can reach. As the 0-1 is just barely popped up in the infield, maybe got 15 feet from home plate. It landed in fair territory, but then sliced across the third baseline and foul. And the count is now 0-2. Utley working quickly. Here comes the 0-2. Doesn't get the call. Must have just been outside, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard to believe as the 1-2 comes in for a called ball 2. We finally reached Allie's senior season. 2-2. Chop straight down. This time it's going to stay fair down the left side. Throw to first. What a stretch to reel it in by Woodall, and the side is retired. The infield gets the job done here in the top of the second. Lady Cats still lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom half right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
For a place to connect, grow, and worship, discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
We'll go 6, 7, 8 in the order to start the bottom of the second inning with a 2-0 lead thanks to the 2-run home run off the bat of Khloe Smith in the first. She had driven home a run with a double. They called it back late, saying that it went foul, and then she turned that into a 2-run bomb and a 2-run lead. Addison Shelton, the right fielder, will lead things off in the inning for Franklin Simpson. She hits one to the right side. It's knocked down at second. Initially, throw to first just in time from Holloway to Henson, who had to stretch out to reel it in. It was a close play, but Shelton retired to get the inning started.
Number 8.
And that brings up Kylie Scott, the sophomore second baseman, a .211 hitter on the year. 15 hits, 9 RBI. Only her 72nd at bat of the season. Comes up with the bases empty and 1 away. First pitch hit left side of the infield. Throw to first is high, but again, a good job to reel it in by Henson on the throw from Adler. And just like that, Franklin Simpson have 2 away in the bottom of the second.
Come on, Hal.
Number 8. Number 24. Hallie. Bowles.
Senior Hallie Bowles stands in. Designated player in this one for Franklin Simpson.
Stay high.
First pitch a call and strike 1. She can reach. Jasmine Grover stands on deck when the Lady Cats could kick it back to the top of the order. As the 0-1 is looked at, low and away, and the count is evened up at 1 apiece. That 1 through 4 in the Franklin Simpson lineup, as strong as you're going to find.
Go be aggressive, Hal. Be aggressive.
No, you can't, kid.
1-1 against Cardis. Here's the pitch.
Good cut.
Hit right side of the infield. It just goes through the legs of Holloway into right field as Bowles reaches on the air. And this inning has new life as Jasmine Grover stands in.
Number 4.
With 2 away and a runner on first.
Go, Jazz. You built for this.
Grover, a .326 hitter on the season. Only 9 RBI. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities with runners on base, but here a chance to keep this inning alive and again get it back to Utley at the top of the order to try to add to this 2-0 lead. First pitch gets a running start but lays off. The slapper out of the left-handed batter's box.
Go for it. Go, Jazz. Let's go have some fun, Jazz.
Bowles stands over at first after the error. 1-0, flown foul.
Bunch of woods right there.
Franklin Simpson just 5-14 this year when they've played away from home, either neutral games or true road games. This one a neutral one at Russellville. But the good news, they've won their last 3, coming over this 4-game winning streak. Only one of those coming at home were Franklin Simpson spectacular this year at 10-4. It's now a 2-1 count to Grover. The pitch right side, just foul by a couple feet.
You got it, Jazz.
And the count is even at 2 apiece. 2-2 count, 2 away in the bottom of the second. The Lady Cats trying to pad a 2-0 lead.
Be big right here, kid. You got this.
Hey, don't talk to strangers.
The strikeout specialist Cardis looks for his first one of the game. Pitch comes in, misses outside, and the count runs full. Heard some rumors that at bat to Smith went 19 pitches. It's unofficial. We'll see if we can get an official count on it later. So Cardis has had to work. 3-2, Al again was operating extremely quickly through this inning until that error opened things up for the Lady Cats. Grover stands back in after the foul ball with a full count. Here's the pitch. It's drifted left side, and it's over the head of the third baseman, Adler. I actually think it was Taylor who tried to play it from short. Kind of left Taylor in no man's land. Adler was pressed in too tight to try to go after it, so it was Taylor that tried to drift back and make a play. It falls into left field for a single. Bowles moves over to second. The Lady Cats have 2 on with 2 away. Again for Allie Utley. Singled with a bunt to start this ball game, and now the Lady Cats are going to bring in a runner for Bowles at second. That will be Jade & Co.
Come on, Allie. Come on, Allie. Kate, you built for this. Let's go
They're
now.
flexed today out in center field.
Good eye. Come on, Allie. Oh.
1-0 to Utley, misses up high. And quickly, she's got a 2-0 count.
Here we go. Sitting on this. Go, Allie.
Here comes the 2-0. Pot foul.
Where'd it go?
Come on, Allie. Let's go, Red.
Allie almost automatic to get you at least one hit a game, and she's already crossed past that in the first inning. Hitting a ridiculous 500 on the year. She's got a 2-1 count now. This one's grounded left side. It's fielded, and a good job by Logan County to get the force out over at third. It looked like it might have a chance to slip into left field, but it's because of the runners on first and second, they had the force available, and with the fielder's choice, the inning comes to a close. Franklin Simpson strands 2, but they still lead it 2-0 after 2 in the district championship game on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Cash only. 1-1 now the count. Grounded left side, and it slips through for a hit. Wetton had hesitated over at first. Might have had a chance to run over to second otherwise, but she's going to stay there with a single.
Come on, defense.
To give Logan County their second hit of the ball game. Adler singled in the first inning.
Kinsley Taylor.
And that brings up Kinsley Taylor, the junior, in the 9th spot with a runner on. And just as Franklin Simpson we saw in the last inning, unable to take advantage with getting runners on and then flipping it back to the top of the order, Logan County's going to have the chance to do just that here. Taylor facing an 0-1 count after the first pitch and standing over at first, Wetton. Here comes the 0-1. Squares to bunt, and it goes foul down the left side. Came up near the body and then just kind of put the bat up with the bunt out of self-defense. And now finds herself down 0-2. Here comes the pitch. This one is popped up right side. It's got a chance to fall into trouble. And what a catch in foul territory. Sliding over to make it in right field. A throw over to second. Does Franklin Simpson turn it? Oh my goodness. What a play over and right by Shelton. The sliding catch and then trying to tag up from first was Wetton. She's gunned down at second as Shelton made the diving effort in foul territory. If that ball stayed fair, it looked like it was going to be trouble. It just kept drifting, went foul, and still, what a play
Now batting number 2.
by Shelton to lay out, make the grab, and also flash the gun to get the out at second as well. And they're all of a sudden 2 away, and momentum continues to be on the side of Franklin Simpson. 1-0 pitch of this at bat to Taylor is hit down the left side. It's through, and just like Wetton kind of hesitated for a moment at first, but she's going to stay there with a single.
Let it go, kid.
Middle kind of tough from us from our spot over here. We're off to the third base side near home plate, so any ball that's grounded down that left side, we're just kind of waiting to see what the reactions are to tell you what happens on it. But it does end up as a single for Taylor, who is followed now by Karis Taylor. It's Callie Taylor over at first. Karis Taylor now stands in. Callie a freshman, Karis a junior. But Kinsley Taylor also a junior in this lineup as well. She was the one that flew out into foul territory. They all come up in order. Taylor, 9-1-2 in the lineup. And as Karis Taylor fouls off the pitch, she's got an 0-2 count.
Hey, way to go, Al. Win it, kid. Win it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Utley deals. This one floated left side. And it's gone. Taylor jumps out on the pitch. Sends it over that left field wall. This is a ballpark. If you've been here or you've seen a game played here or over the years heard a game played here, it is a home run ballpark here at Russellville. As Karis Taylor strikes with the 2-run home run. And this game is tied up at 2.
Oh, here we go. Start again. Hey, let's go. Nothing hurt. We came to
They will
play.
look to reset against Adler, who had the single that was the lone hit for Logan County until this third inning. They've strung together 3 and 4 batters, and the only exception was an exceptional play out in right field by Shelton. First pitch misses to Adler, and the count is 1-0. 1-0 misses low and inside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes, nearly clipped the foot of Adler, a freshman who's known as being a star basketball player for the Lady Cougars, but a .379 hitter in this lineup. Takes a big hack at the 2-0 and finds herself with a 2-1 count now. Utley rifles in the 2-1. It's low, and the count runs to 3-1. Fouled off, and the count runs full. After one over at Warren Central, Franklin Simpson in the baseball district title game, trailing 3-0 to Logan County. As the payoff comes in, and it misses inside. Adler has been up twice, and she's reached twice.
Number 19.
She stands over at first as this 2-out rally continues. Franklin Simpson had all the momentum after the double play. Since then, Callie Taylor singles, Karis Taylor homers, both of them home. Adler reaches on the walk, and now Maddie Burgess, the catcher, stands in and looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Fouls off the 0-1 down the left side, and it's 0-2. Can Utley find her way out of the inning? Utley struck out the first batter she faced. And yet to strike another one out since as the 0-2 misses in the dirt. That one about 5 feet short of home plate on the way in.
No, it doesn't even show the strikes or anything.
1-2 popped up left side. That one's going to stay in the ballpark. Grover is in under it, and the side is retired. But it's Karis Taylor with one swing of the bat that completely changes the outlook of this ball game. A 2-run home run has us knotted up at 2 apiece as we head to the bottom of the third. You're on 92.3 WFKN.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
What is Tally doing?
Tied up at 2 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Franklin Simpson back up with the bats. They'll go 2, 3, 4. Holland, Smith, and Ferguson to lead things off for the Lady Cats, who led it 2-0 after the first inning, but Logan County finds their response in the top half of this inning. How does Franklin Simpson counter in this 13th District Championship game? If you're just joining us, Franklin Simpson seeking their first title since 2018. Logan County now looking to make it 5 out of 6 championships that they've won in this district. Since Franklin Simpson last won that title, the exception in there was a Russellville championship in 2022. 1-0 comes in to Holland and misses up high for ball 2. Holland grounded out to the pitcher Cardis in her first at bat. Hitting 3-0-3 on the year, grounds another one up the middle. This time it slips past the pitcher. An effort from the knees. It was a good effort from Taylor over at short, but not enough. Is already at first by the time the throw was made is Holland with an infield single to lead things off in the third inning. And now, after the nearly 20 pitch at bat, the first time these two faced off, what does Addison Cardis and Logan County do against Khloe Smith, who was responsible for the 2 runs on the board for Franklin Simpson, with, I would say, 1 swing of the bat in the first inning, but it took about 10 swings of the bat to get there as the first pitch comes inside, nearly caught her on the hip, but Khloe spins out of the way, and it's in for ball 1.
Need a base hit, babe, base hit.
Cardis gets her grip, now fires the 1-0. Again inside, but this one catches the corner and the count's evened up at 1 apiece. Starting to cool down here at Russellville High as this cold front sweeps through. Just thankful that the storms are behind us for now. 1-1 low and inside, and the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll see if Holland tries to do anything on the base pad. She's got 9 steals and 10 tries this year. 2-1 low again, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike to Smith. So far, Cardis was able to get the 1 strike on the corner, but she's really trying to keep this off the bat of Smith, who may be about to draw walk number 23 of the season and climb up into those top 30 that she already ranks in the state. Instead, swings at the 3-1, hits it foul down the left side, as she did with nearly every pitch she hit foul on that first at bat, and feels fitting we're back to a full count between these two. With a runner over at first in Holland in a 2-2 game. Payoff to Smith, misses high and away, and she draws the walk, strolls over to first. Holland advances to second. The Lady Cats have 2 on with nobody out to start this home half of the 3rd inning. Not on their home field here at Russellville High, but turning it into their home ground, which you would think it is by all the royal blue in these stands compared to the baby blue on the other side for Logan County. But when you look out to the outfield, you see that's where all the Logan County faithful are stacked up behind the right field wall. As Lily Ferguson stands in the cleanup spot, flew out to center field in her first at bat. Looks off the first pitch for ball 1. The junior Ferguson, a .311 hitter, again just behind Khloe in terms of the team lead in RBI. She's 4 off. And now has a 1-1 count as she looks at the second pitch for strike 1.
Just touch it, Lil. You got it, kid. Just touch it.
1-1 misses. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ferguson. They're on 7 walks, struck out 17 times this season. Now has a 2-1 count. Flown back foul. Straight over the concession stand, and the count is evened up at 2 apiece. Lily just slipped one to the outfield. It might be enough to get Holland home. Here comes the 2-2. It is hit into the outfield. It was a bad jump out in center, and it goes over the head of Taylor. 1 will score for sure. Ferguson in the second standing up. Make it 2 for the Lady Cats across as Smith strolls home, and Franklin Simpson is back out in front. 4-2 now the score off the 2-run double from Lily Ferguson.
Number 10, Caitlin Woodall.
So we wondered how Franklin Simpson would counter. The first 3 batters of the inning all reached, and now Ferguson stands at second after driving home 2 runs to put Franklin Simpson back out in front. The first pitch of this at-bat to Woodall is hit to the left side. It goes between the legs at shortstop of Karis Taylor.
Out of way, kid! Let's go, Trudy!
It looked like Logan County was going to have their first out of the inning. Instead,
Pass it back, kid! Have fun! Pass it back!
we get an error that sends Woodall to second.
Pass it back, kid!
Ferguson's over at third as Addison Shelton stands in. The perfect inning still alive for Franklin Simpson. Now 2 in scoring position for Shelton, who grounded out in her first at bat in the second inning. Quick timeout called by the umpire. One goes way up high, and a good job that time by the catcher Burgess just to get a glove on it.
Good eye!
2-0 misses again, and it's a 3-0 count. Here comes the 3-0. Misses away, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Shelton that loads the bases. And now Logan County's going to have a meeting in the circle, and very, very quickly we see the change made. Cardis is going to come out there with no hesitation. No hesitation at all as Coach Gary Getting strolled out to make that change. And now it looks as though Haley Henson, who was at first base, she was the one initially that it looked like they were going to hand the ball to. We'll see if that's the case. And it will be. As Henson comes in, we get Our first pitching change of this one with Franklin Simpson leading at 4-2 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the third inning. The Lady Cats not the only team rallying. We mentioned that the Wildcats over at Warren Central had fallen behind 3-0 to Logan County in the Boys District Championship game. Boy Blankenberg just went yard for a 2-run home run, now a 3-2 game. As the Wildcats trail it by 1 to the Cougars. That's the matchup in both district championship games. Franklin Simpson and Logan County facing off. As Henson will come in to pitch. Macy Clinard,
Be aggressive right here.
who was the designated player, goes over to first base for Logan County. And most importantly for Franklin Simpson, Kylie Scott stands in with the bases loaded, nobody out. Here on the bottom of the third, looking to add to a 4-2 lead. First pitch of this at bat, looked at, an off-speed pitch for strike one from Henson, making her 10th appearance of the season, 6.00 ERA. 12 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 25 2/3 innings of work. Facing off against Scott, 0 for 1 on the day with an 0-1 count. Chops one foul, and it runs to 0-2. Scott, 15 hits on the year, has driven home 9 runs on those. Here comes the 0-2. It's chopped left side of the infield. Throw home is there as Adler came in to claim it and pitched it down to get the force at home. So it's Ferguson who was trying to get to home that's retired on the fielder's choice. Woodall advances to third, Shelton to second, Scott to first, and now Hallie Bowles stands in. She reached on an error in her first at bat in this ball game in the second inning. Looks at the first pitch for a called strike one. Bowles drove home one of the 4 runs that Franklin Simpson scored on Monday in the 4-3 win over Todd County Central. That was her 3rd RBI of the season. What a time to pick up a couple more here with an 0-1 count. Pitch comes up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Huge moment in this ball game. Now with Henson in to pitch for Logan County, trying to get out of the bases loaded jam. The pitch to Bowles. Work that all the way again. It's called ball 2.
All right, now you're sitting on it. Be aggressive, Hal. Be aggressive, kid.
Jasmine Grover stands on deck at the bottom of the order. Lady Cats have already scored 2 in the inning on the 2-run double from Ferguson. 2-1, big swing, but the bat goes over it, and the count is evened up at 2 apiece. So far, the first 6 batters of this inning have all reached for Franklin Simpson, the 1 out from the fielder's choice at home. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, tipped straight back, and the at-bat continues for Bowles. Bowles looks up, takes a huge breath before stepping back into the batter's box. Henson gets her pitch. Fires. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A huge second out of the inning. And now 2 completely different sides of this. Franklin Simpson trying to avoid stranding 3 on the base pads, and Logan County just trying to escape this jam, down by only 2. For now, it rests on the shoulders of Jasmine Grover. Singled her first time up in the second, fouls back the first pitch of this at bat. Grover, not the hitter you would expect out of a 9 spot, 326 average on the season coming into today. I mentioned in her first about only 9 RBI, and what an opportunity to add to that total here. 0-1 count, with 2 away and the bases loaded. Hits this one into center field, charging in under it and making the grab is Khloe Taylor. Franklin Simpson loaded the bases with nobody out, but they're stranded, though it all comes after the 2-run double from Lily Ferguson. So add it all up, and after 3, it's Franklin Simpson leading it 4-2 after 3 on 92.3 WFKN.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
The 2-run double from Lily Ferguson counters Logan County, tying this game up as immediately we start the 4th inning with a swing. Haley Henson now pitching for Logan County, flies one out to right field. It's reeled in by Shelton for the first out of this inning. It was Shelton who made the incredible sliding catch in foul territory in right field in the 3rd before Logan County went on a run of 3 straight batters reaching the middle one. The 2-run home run from Karis Taylor that at that point tied this game up. But now it's Franklin Simpson back out in front as Macy Clittard, who moved over to first base, as Henson moved over to pitch, looks off the first pitch of this at-bat for ball 1. Clittard, an 8th grader, hitting .299 on the season. 1-0, a called strike 1. 1-1 is tipped into the air. Is it going to stay in play? It does, just in front of the Logan County dugout, and a great job by Woodall to get a jump on it, charge over to make the play in foul territory.
Now batting, number 4.
And just like that, we've got 2 away in the top of the 4th inning for Addison Holloway. Allie Utley still in the circle for Franklin Simpson, deals the first pitch, thrown away for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Popped up. Looks like it's going to stay in the infield. It does, and waving off everyone and making the catch is Scott. And just like that, the side already retired. Logan County with the bats go 1-2-3. Franklin Simpson will come up and hit 1-2-3 with Allie Utley up to start the bottom of the 4th inning after this on 92.3 WFKN.
2, Ava.
She's in with her second infield single of the ball game after bunting for that single in the first inning. She immediately stole second base after that, and we'll see if once again she puts Burgess to the test behind home plate. She does. First pitch. Pulling back after squaring to bunt was Holland. It looked like initially Burgess had time to make the throw, but it was a bit high, a bit of a looper coming into second, and breezing in was Utley. She's got the steal. And now stands in scoring position with a 1-0 count to Ava Holland. It's off the second, has a 2-0 count now. Holland 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out in the first inning. Singled and would eventually score last inning on that 2-run double from Ferguson. This, though, the first time this top part of the order has seen Henson in the circle for Logan County after facing off against Addison Cardis. Lady Cats put up 4 runs on her before she was pulled in the 4th inning. Officially went for 3 innings, as when she went out in the 4th, there were still no outs. Had loaded up the bases, and credit to Henson, didn't give up any runs getting out of the jam. And now fires in a strike with the 3-0 count, turned 3-1 against Holland. Holland awaits the 3-1. Henson deals, off speed, misses low, and drawing the walk is Holland. She goes to first, Utley over at second. And for the second time, Khloe Smith stands in.
Khloe Smith.
Had a 2-run home run in the first inning, drew a walk in the third. Both times, Cardis threw to her. We'll see if Henson does the same. Pretty much no choice with runners on first and second already. And that's the position Franklin Simpson put Logan County in. The first 2 times Khloe came up to bat, they've had runners on each time, so you really don't have much to do but to try to pitch to her. First pitch misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Big swing, but under it, and it's tipped into the glove for strike 1. I think Khloe was trying to take out the left field lights with that swing. With 1 ball, 1 strike, Henson deals. Looked at, just off for ball 2. Holland stands at first, Utley the runner at second. You put anything in the outfield as a base hit, Allie's going to score. Here comes the 2-1. This one is hit again into left field. Back at the wall. It is down. Franklin Simpson miscommunication, and now caught in the rundown is Utley between third and home. She slides back into third base, able to get back safely. Smith has to trot all the way back to first, and somehow Franklin Simpson gets out of that jam with nobody out. Smith hit that ball into left field. Franklin Simpson, the runners didn't know whether to tag up, whether to run, whether it was going to go in the ballpark, whether it was going to stay in the ballpark. Ultimately, it does. Logan County does a good job of getting that back in play. Utley was stuck between third and home in a rundown for a moment, and then was able to get back to third, slide in safely. Holland gets back to second, and Smith was the last one to get back safely to first base. And again, Franklin Simpson has loaded up the bases with nobody out. Last inning, it was Henson who came in to get Logan County out of a jam like this. And now the umpires are having a discussion on what happened on that hit. And they're going to wave everybody in for a conversation here. Again, we said earlier, if you're just now joining us from where we're broadcasting, we're down by home plate on the third base side. So any ball hit into left field, it's really tough for me to get a vantage point on what the play is. It looked like that one initially was going to be gone from Khloe. Stayed in the ballpark. And now officials discussing everything is going to stay as it was. I believe what happened out in left was Went was able to get a glove on it, but unable to hold on. And as it came back into play, everybody had to move. Smith had already run to second base. She had kept moving, but everybody else had to get back in position. Khloe had to wheel it back to first. And as we get back underway, bases are loaded, nobody out for Lily Ferguson. Franklin Simpson looking to add to a 4-2 lead. Here comes the pitch. Up high for ball one.
Make a pitch, G6.
Here comes the 1-0, low, 2 balls, no strikes to Ferguson. 1 for 2 on the day, already with 2 ribbies on a double last inning, scored Smith and Holland, who stand at first and second here with Utley, who started the inning with a single in the infield, standing at third. 2-0 to Ferguson, excited again, that one a called strike one. Caitlin Woodall on deck. Franklin Simpson leading at 4-2 in this 13th district championship game. Rubber match between these two teams. They split the regular season series, both games decided by 1 run. Here comes the 2-1. Up high, 3 balls, 1 strike now to Ferguson. Henson did such a good job of escaping last inning, but now has to try to do it against the heart of this Franklin Simpson order. Now she deals the 3-1. Looked at all the way, called strike 2. Ferguson thought she had the walk, but it catches the corner. She turns over to Coach Cottle and shrugs. And now she's going to stand back in there for the full count. Biggest pitch of this ball game so far. Here comes the payoff. Hit left side. It's off the glove of Adler, who again is able to make the throw home just as she did to get the first out last inning with the bases loaded. Utley out on the force, so 1 away on the fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded for Caitlin Woodall.
Now batting, number 10, Caitlin Woodall.
Let's go, Caitlin!
Last inning, the first 6 batters all reached here for Franklin Simpson. The first 4 have all reached. Woodall was the 4th last inning, reaching on an error, so officially 0 for 2. Fouls off the first pitch of this at bat for strike 1. Logan County over at Warren Central still leading the Wildcat baseball team 3-2 in that championship game. 4-2 our score here at Russellville High. Lady Cats leading it over Logan County with the bases loaded for a 2nd straight inning. 0-1. Hit left side and foul, and the count 0-2 to Woodall. Addison Shelton stands on deck. As Henson prepares the 0-2. Wheels and deals. Check swing called, strike 3. Second strikeout for Haley Henson.
Addison Shelton.
Who is looking to maneuver her way out of bases loaded scenarios in back-to-back innings. Was able to get out of the mess that Cardis left last inning, now trying to clean up her own mess as Shelton stands in now with 2 away.
You got it back! Go, Trudy!
Quickly finds herself down 0-2. Bases are full, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. This one is flown into right field. Does it have enough? It doesn't, and reaching up and making the play is Kinsley Taylor. That one needed about 5 more feet to get out of the ballpark, but it stays in. Taylor makes the grab, and again, Logan County able to escape a bases-loaded scenario unharmed. Franklin Simpson, though, still leads at 4-2 through 4 here in the district championship game on 92.3 WFKN. Reese Wetton, the left fielder, is 1 for 1 on the day. Singled in the third inning before being thrown out after that great play that really, when you look at everything that happened afterwards, looms even larger from Shelton out in right field as she was able to get the double play with a diving effort in right field and then double it up on Wetton trying to run from first to second, who looks at the 0-2 for ball 1. Considering after that you get the single from Callie Taylor and the home run from Karis Taylor. That catch the reason Logan County with just 2 on the board. 1-2 tip straight down and the at-bat continues. Wetton, a .357 hitter on the season coming into today. 2-2 looked at all the way just off the plate. That one looked good from Utley. Doesn't get the call and the count runs full. And now time is called as the umpires check to make sure the count is right. It is.
Come on now.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Wetton. Oh no, now they reset it 2-2.
Yep.
And now she heads over to first thinking she'd walked. Now she's going to be called back because it is ball 3. The umpire acted as though that the original count was correct, so I see why Wetton ran over, but they ended up changing it to 2-2. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a payoff. It's tipped straight down, stays in front of the plate. Smith hops up, makes the throw for the first, and Wetton is thrown down for the first out of the inning.
That's a good play, eh?
So with 1 away, now Kenzie Taylor stands in. Flew out on that ball in foul territory in the second inning. Looks the first pitch of this at bat for strike 1 from Utley, who has really settled in now. Retired her last 5 batters that she's seen. As the 0-1 misses up and it's evened up at 1 apiece. Logan County dugout trying to make some noise. Bring some life into this after they had it with the 2-run home run off the bat of Karis Taylor, but since Franklin Simpson responded, Logan County is yet to find that jab to counter back. But they've been surviving with back-to-back innings, bases straight and loaded for Franklin Simpson. As that pitch is tipped and it's a 2-2 count now to Taylor. Utley struck out the first batter she faced, hasn't had another since. Can get one here against Taylor as the 2-2 misses low and the count runs full.
Come get her.
Here comes the payoff. Check swing, does it get the call? Yep, she's down on strikes. And so there is the second strikeout for Utley. And with 2 away, no, now it's overturned. And now the appeal goes down to first. And so it's overturned. The call was made, then it's taken back. Taylor goes over to first on the walk. Coach Cottle, for good reason, arguing with it, and now a discussion will take place. This time from Coach Gettings on the Logan County side, as they're going to bring in a runner over at first. Looks like Emily Lowry who's going to come in to run, the 7th grader, number 6.
I believe it was a strike anyway.
I think I agree with Coach Clark. I thought that ball was in there regardless. Instead, not just the strikeout overturned, but because it was a full count, Taylor gets a walk. And now it goes to Callie Taylor. As Kenzie Taylor pinch hit or pinch run for over at first by Emily Lowry. And the tying run stands at the plate, and Callie Taylor is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Would eventually score off that single in the third, and now the umpire's going to take an extra moment to brush off home plate. I think that was at Khloe Smith's request. First pitch misses for ball one to Taylor. And now it's 2 balls, no strikes as the second pitch is up and away. 4-2 Franklin Simpson leads. 1 away in the top of the 5th. Grounded left side. Throw over to second is there. No chance for a throw to first, but the fielder's choice does its job and not only gets the lead runner, but gets the substitute runner in Lowry as that is immediately wasted. Good job by Franklin Simpson to get the second out of the inning. Callie Taylor does reach on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Karis Taylor, who last time she came up with Callie over at first hit a 2-run home run to, at that point, tied the game up at 2 apiece. First pitch of this at bat, grounded left side, fielded cleanly. It's short by Ferguson, throw to first, well in time, and the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the 4th still, or bottom of the 5th rather, still 4-2. Franklin Simpson leads it in the district championship game on 92.3 WFKN.
Looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Kylie Scott will lead things off in this 5th inning for Franklin Simpson. It'll go 7, 8, 9 in this order for the Lady Cats. So I talk about this a lot with this team in particular. If you can just get one of these players in the bottom of the order on as you kick it back to the top of the lineup, you can really do some damage. Scott 0 for 2 officially on the day. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning as she looks at the first pitch low from Haley Henson, who has done a fantastic job for Logan County. 2 innings of work so far, no runs given up. Loaded up the bases last inning, but got out of it. 1-0 misses low in this at bat to Scott. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. The sophomore hitting .211 on the season. Too low, flared up the middle, it'll drop in right center field, and Scott reaches on the leadoff single. Third hit Franklin Simpson is pieced together against Henson. 7 total in the ball game. First pitch of this at bat to Hallie Bowles. 0 for 2 officially on the day. Did reach on an error in the 2nd. Called strike 1 comes in. Lady Cats in their loss to Logan County in the regular season, 4-3 earlier this month, had just 2 hits in that game. Only had 6 in the game that they won 6-5 on April 15th. Logan County 8 in that one. As the 0-1 to Bowles, flared right side. Coming over to get it from her spot at second base is Holloway. So Bowles pops out, staying over at first is Scott. And Jasmine Grover will stand in now with 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 5th.
Go, Jazzy. Hey, get your pitch.
Grover 1 for 2, singled in the second. Flew out to center on a well-hit ball in the third. First pitch of this at bat squares to bunt, and it goes straight back for strike 1.
Good idea, Jay.
Scott was on the move from first on that one. We'll see if Franklin Simpson tries that again. Grover doesn't square to bunt this time, and still on the move, though, and sliding into second base safely is Scott. She picks up the steal. That one a much better throw to her credit from behind home plate from Burgess, but still sliding in safely was Scott. She's now in scoring position with a 1-1 count to Grover. Here comes the pitch. Looked out low, make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Still 3-2 in the 5th, our score. For Warren Central in the baseball district championship game, Franklin Simpson trailing Logan County in that one. 2-1 to Grover, goes up high to get the bunt and just dribbles it foul down the third baseline. And the count is evened up at 2 apiece. Utley's on deck in the 1 spot. Boy, you'd love to get it to her with 2 on and just 1 away. But a 2-2 count now for Grover. Henson deal. This one hit hard into right field. Coming in under it to make the play, though, is Kinsley Taylor. Had a good jump on that one, makes the grab. Scott advances to third on the sac fly. So while they're now 2 away, you've got a runner standing at third and Scott. As Allie Utley stands in, she's 2 for 3 on the day. A single in the first, another in the 4th, with a fielder's choice in the second wedged in between. Can Henson strand another, or could Franklin Simpson break through to pad this lead? First pitch to Utley. Hit left side, just foul.
Hit it harder.
Henson looks over to the dugout. Has her sign. The 0-1, drilled left side, and it's through. Coming home as she claps, crossing home plate is Scott. Utley has the RBI, and Franklin Simpson pushes their lead out to 3. It's 5-2 after Utley drives one home with her 3rd hit of the game. Ava Holland will try to keep the inning alive. Officially 1 for 2, but she's reached twice. Singled and scored in the 3rd inning, drew a walk last inning. Utley has stolen second each time she's been at first. She's on the move here after the first pitch, and this time a no attempt comes in from Burgess, who just throws it back to her pitcher. And Utley has her 3rd stolen base of the game. Came into this game tied for 20th in the state and steals with 32. She's already added on 3 more to that total. The pitch was a strike, though, to Holland, so it's an 0-1 count. Pitch fired in. This one hit into center field, but it's right to the spot of Callie Taylor, who reels it in and brings the inning to a close. But before Logan County can get out of it, Utley singles home another run, and it's 5-2 now. Franklin Simpson after 5 in the 13th District Championship game against Logan County on 92.3.
This is well.
Yes.
All right, let's go now.
50-year-old knees, but I like that.
Top of the 6th here at Russellville High School, the side of the 13th District Softball Tournament. And tonight, the championship game of that tournament, where Franklin Simpson leads it 5-2 after an RBI single from Allie Utley. Brings in the 5th run of the ball game for the Lady Cats in the bottom of the 5th. As we get this inning started, Logan County will go 3-4-5 with Brindley Adler leading things off. She's the only Lady Cougar so far to reach in both of her trips up to the plate. Singled in the first inning, drew a walk in the third. Facing off against Utley, who gave up a 2-run home run in the third inning, but that's all the Lady Cougars have been able to get against her. And as the 0-1 is fouled off, Adler finds herself down 0-2. Adler, a .379 hitter on the season coming into tonight. Looks off the 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I think the umpire is going to get Adley a new ball to pitch with here, or Allie a new ball to pitch with here. Or at least tried to throw her one and then threw one straight down on the ground. Takes that one back, and now Allie has the ball that she will pitch with for the 1-2 count.
Go, Allen, win here, kid.
1-2, Utley deals. Hit right back to her, knocked it down with the glove, tosses over to first. Great reaction play by Utley. Woodall reels it in, and we've got one away in the top of the 6th. Catcher Maddie Burgess in now 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts, 1 to right, 1 to left. Logan County searching for life, trailing by 3 in the top of the 6th. Down to just 5 outs in this ball game now as the first pitch from Utley just off the inside for ball 1. Henson, the pitcher, on deck for the Lady Cougars. 1-0 hit left side. Great job over it short to pluck that ball by Ferguson. Fires to first. It's there. It's on time. This infield has been sterling tonight for Franklin Simpson, and we've now got 2 away in this 6th inning.
Number 20.
They're fired up as they all do their handshakes with the gloves.
Come on now. Keep it down.
The 4 in the infield around Utley have done their job, and even Khloe behind home plate made a great play earlier, fielding one just in front of the plate to get an out. And now Henson stands in with the bases empty and 2 away. Which misses in the dirt, so make it a 1-0 count.
Good shot!
1-0 in there, and the count is even up at 1 apiece. Allie's a controversial strikeout turned walk. It looked like a full count called strike on a swing. Instead, they said she didn't swing and it was a walk, as this time we get a swing called on the 1-1 to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Take that away or flip it the other way, and you're looking at 10 straight batters retired for Utley. Trying to make it 11. Here comes the 1-2. Off speed. Just low, and the count is evened up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. Fouled back. Still 3-2 over at Warren Central. In the baseball championship game between Franklin Simpson and Logan County, they're approaching the 6th inning as well. Wildcats, Lady Cats looking to double dip. As the 2-2 comes in, grounded left side, Ferguson had it at first, bobbled it, collects it again, fires to first, back-to-back groundouts to Ferguson. Both times she makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom half of the 6th, 5-2. Franklin Simpson leading Logan County still in this district championship game on 92.3 WFKN.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
It's a 2-minute pregame and a 2-minute postgame.
One more, Khloe.
He called me about it morning.
5-2, Franklin Simpson leads it over Logan County as we head into the bottom half of the 6th inning in this 13th district championship game from Russellville High. Again, Tyler Eaton filling in for Cody Schuler tonight. He'll be back with you for the region tournament starting up next week, as the Wildcats and Lady Cats will both be playing at WKU. Khloe Smith up for Franklin Simpson to start the inning. Lily Ferguson, Caitlin Woodall will follow her. Khloe has reached in all 3 at-bats, as the first pitch of this one misses low for ball 1 from Henson. Reaches is a light word, considering our first at-bat ended in a home run that reached about 20 feet over the left field wall. Drove in the first 2 runs of the game for Franklin Simpson. Drew a walk in the 3rd, singled in the 4th. Has a 1-0 count here as she takes the next pitch up high. Two balls, no strikes now to Smith. She's driven home 2, scored 2.
Or I can take my stool and Wix will take the chair. That'll fit better back here.
With her 7th home run of the season, ties Ferguson for the team lead. Here comes the 2-0. This one grounded left side and through. Smith has her head down, wanting to round first, but has to head back. She'll stand in with the single. Khloe Smith has reached in all 4 trips up to the plate. And now she stands at first for Lily Ferguson, who has reached twice so far. Hit a 2-run double in the 3rd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. The only time she didn't reach was a fly out to center field back in the 1st inning. First pitch of this at bat, in for a called strike 1. Smith on the move as well. Throw is high. She's in with the steal at second. You don't see many catchers that'll look to run, but Khloe most certainly one of them. That her 15th steal on the season. That's second on the team behind Allie. It is an 0-1 count now to Lily, but now has a runner in scoring position in Smith. Here comes the 0-1. Big swing, but it's fouled off down the left side. Those two had a game. It was the second matchup against Russellville towards the end of April. Franklin Simpson won it 19-6. Lily in that game hit a 3-run home run, and then Khloe walked it off on the run rule with a grand slam. Oh, 2 count now to Ferguson. Here comes the pitch. Looked at all the way outside, and it's a 1-2 count. Lily and Khloe now both just 1 home run shy of entering the top 50 in the state. That mark 8. A big tie on the leaderboard there. Count still 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Down the left side, it's going to slip through into left field. Smith being waved home. She's in standing up. Ferguson slides into second, and Franklin Simpson adds on some more insurance. It's 6-2 Lady Cats. Third RBI of the game for Ferguson.
Now batting, number 10. Caitlin Woodall.
Come on, Wood.
Not to mention, Khloe now has scored 3 of the 6 runs on the board. Caitlin Woodall stands in officially 0 for 3, but did reach in the third on an error.
Come on, baby. Pass the stick back.
First pitch from Henson misses for ball 1. Lady Cats have finally found a way to break through against Henson when her first 2 innings without a run given up despite the bases being loaded. Both times she was out there. First time she came into the bases loaded. Second time Franklin Simpson loaded up against her. And both times there were no outs. 1-0 a called strike 1. Henson maneuvered out of both but gave up a run last inning on the 2-out RBI single for Utley. And here back-to-back hits to start the 6th. And Franklin Simpson with a 6-2 lead. 1-1, hit back up the middle. It's fielded at short. The throw just in time. It was close. From Carrie Taylor, who was kind of tripping up as she made the throw. It looked like Woodall had it beat. Instead, she's out. Advancing over to third, though, is Ferguson.
Number 2, Addison Shelton.
So she stands just 1 base away from another run as Addison Shelton steps in. 0 for 2 on the day, drew a walk in the third, but has more than done her job out in right field. As a timeout is called for a moment over at first. A discussion taking place between the umpire and Logan County coach Gary Gettings. He's pointing over to third. Not sure what's going on there. Don't know if anything's going to come from it, and doesn't look like anything will. So Ferguson stays put at third, and Shelton will step back into the batter's box. Sophomore hitting 179 on the season, has a runner at third with 1 away. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, it's up high for ball 1. Lady Cats now with 11 hits in this ball game, with the 6 runs on the board. 1-0 popped up. It goes straight back and stays in play in front of the Logan County dugout. And going over to make the play is Clinard, who is now in at first. Originally was a designated player, but moved over there when Henson moved to pitch. Clinard makes the play, and we've got 2 away.
Bring somebody home, kid. Bring somebody home.
And that brings in Kylie Scott. Looking to reach for a third time in this game. Reached on a fielder's choice in the third, singled in the 5th, and would eventually score on that RBI from Utley. First pitch of this at bat is hit left side and through. Ferguson comes home to score, make it 7-2. Franklin Simpson, the RBI single on the first pitch to Kylie Scott. And now the Lady Cats and the blue and white faithful starting to feel it.
Number 24, Allie Bowles.
Franklin Simpson has added on 2 more insurance runs here in this 6th inning, and still can do more with Scott over at first and Hallie Bowles standing in. First pitch to Bowles inside for ball 1. Logan County will go 6, 7, 8 to start the top of the 7th with 3 outs to work with. And Clinard, Holloway, and Wetton. 1-0 of this at bat looked at all the way, and it's a call and strike 1 to Bowles.
Believe in yourself. Let it loose. Something hard.
Henson just trying to keep the Logan County deficit at 5. Here comes the 1-1. Dribble found on the right side. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Turn on one. Go, Hallie, win it, kid, win it.
Come on, babe. Let's go, Hallie. Step up.
1-2. And up the middle and through. Holes gets the single up the middle. Rounding second. Heading to third. It's going to be a close play, but in safely. Sliding in and popping up is Scott as Bowles then strolls into second on the throw, and the Lady Cats keep the threat alive.
Now batting. Number 4, Jasmine Grover.
Let's go, Jazz!
Now a meeting, at least it looks like momentarily in the circle for Logan County. I don't know if they'll make a change here as Coach Gettings comes in to chat with Haley Henson. I think he's going to stick with her to try to get out of this inning. Again, the lead already 5 for Franklin Simpson. They've tacked on 2 more here in the 6th with the RBIs from Ferguson and Scott. And in a 7-2 game, the Lady Cougars are going to stick with Henson as she gets high fives from her infield. But Franklin Simpson has a chance to add to this lead as Jasmine Grover stands in. 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the second, flew out in the third, had a sac fly in the 5th inning that moved over Kylie Scott at that point to third. She would eventually score on the RBI from Utley. Here has a chance to bring her home herself with 2 away and 2 runners in scoring position. Lady Cats bring in a runner at second as the first pitch is hit into center field. Out there under and making the play is Taylor, and that does retire the side, but not before Franklin Simpson adds on 2 more of insurance. Logan County down to their last 3 outs as we head to the top of the 7th. Franklin Simpson 3 outs away from a district championship, leading at 7-2 here at Russellville High on 92.3 WFK.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
All right, let's get this right here.
Number 25.
Logan County, only 3 outs to work with in the top of the 7th as Franklin Simpson looks to close this thing down. Claim a district title, their first one since 2018. Macy Clinard leads things off for the Lady Cougars. Addison Holloway re-sweating to follow as Allie Utley looks to finish out a complete game in the process. But she's quickly behind 2-0 against Clinard. 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a fly out. As the 2-0 misses as well, and it's a 3-0 count. Comes in and just misses inside. A 4-pitch walk to Clinard starts the inning. She strolls over to first, and Holloway will stand in with 1 on and nobody out. And we're going to get a runner over at first for Clinard. That's number 28, Ellie Seltzer.
Don't give her a chance. 28. Get the outs. Let's go now.
Last time Logan County brought in a runner, Franklin Simpson, got the force out on her at second immediately.
Addison Holloway.
As Holloway stands in with one on, nobody out, looks at the first pitch high for ball one.
There you go.
1-0 misses well, make it 2 balls, no strikes. And now time is called as Coach Cottle's going to come talk to Allie in the circle.
Everybody good.
And after the 4-pitch walk to start the inning to Clinard, now a 2-0 count against Holloway. Just looking to settle in and finish this thing out. 5 runs to work with, leading it 7-2.
Let's go, Al. Let's go, kid.
In this district championship game.
No strikes. There you go.
Now fires one in right out of the conversation.
Now come on.
And sends in another one with a swinging strike to Holloway, evens up the count at 2 apiece.
Come get it.
Lady Cougars have not had a hit since the 3rd inning, and there, the 3rd strikeout of the game for Utley.
Good out. Come get her.
Now batting. Number 21.
That brings Reese Wetton up to bat.
Reese.
Now with 1 away, still over at first, the runner Seltzer. Kinsley Taylor standing on deck in the 9 spot.
Yep.
First pitch just up.
Bring it down.
Left side and through into left field. Coming over from center to grab it is Coe. She fires it back in. The runners only advance once, so Seltzer goes to second. It's a single by Wetton.
Now batting.
And Logan County has their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Kinsley Taylor.
To put 2 on with 1 away for Kinsley Taylor. 0 for 1, flew out in the 3rd. Drew a walk in the 5th inning. And fouls the first pitch of this at bat straight back for strike 1.
Got defense behind you.
So Logan County potentially one more chance to get this back to the top of their order. As the 0-1 is fired in low, Smith plucks it though, and the count is 1-1. Here comes the 1-1, popped up. It's just in front of the pitcher's circle, and coming out to grab it is Utley, and the Lady Cats are 1 out away. Three strikes to work with. Callie Taylor stands in. 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the 3rd. Also reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Struck out to start the ball game. Can Utley finish her masterpiece? First pitch. It's grounded up the middle and through. Logan County is going to hold everybody up, so the bases run full now off the single from Taylor.
Any bag.
The force at any base ends this ball game, and it's Karis Taylor who stands in.
Karis Taylor.
Changed the tune of this game in the 3rd inning with 1 swing of the bat, a 2-run home run. That's the only blemish against Utley up to this point. She stands in with the bases loaded and 2 away in a 7-2 ball game. As the first pitch is low, but Smith keeps it in front. Franklin Simpson looking to get Coach Todd Kahlo his 3rd district championship. They're 3 strikes away. 1-0 low again, and it's 2-0 to Taylor. That home run wedged between a couple of ground outs, 1 to 3rd, 1 to short. Here comes the 2-0. Hit left side. It's fielded at third, sliding in to make the tag at third and the force, and that will do it. Holland grabbed it, dove to third to get the force, and Franklin Simpson, in 7-2 fashion, claims their first district championship since 2018. 7-2 your final score. Franklin Simpson takes it over Logan County. Allie Utley goes the distance in the circle for Franklin Simpson. The 2 runs on the scoreboard, all she gives up. When a stretch of 3 innings without Logan County even getting a hit. And gets plenty of help from the bats in this one. The Lady Cats, 7 runs put up on the board. They scored 2 in the first inning, 2 more in the third. They had 1 in the fifth, 2 to pretty much put this game away in the 6th inning. Khloe Smith goes 3 for 3 with a home run, scores 3 times, drives home 2 runs as well. The 2-run shot in the first inning that put Franklin Simpson on the board. And Lily Ferguson drives home 3 runs on a couple of hits, had a 2-run double in the 3rd inning, another double that brought home 1 run in the 6th inning. Those 2 combined, they drive home 5. They score for the middle of the lineup, gets it done for Franklin Simpson. Utley also gets 3 hits to go along with everything that she does in the circle for Franklin Simpson. And looking up and down this lineup,